Hi, gang. Dr. Karen Fox, the Feminine Paradigm. Well, we are finally getting back into a routine after months of chaos and unproductivity, and it feels good to have that routine back. I hope life is going smoothly for all of you. And today we're just kind of talking about reconnecting with our inner bitch. And this goes for you guys as well. It's not about being nasty and unkind and cruel and crushing people and tearing apart their lives. That's the type of person you want to stay away from at all costs, because they're just going to slash your throat and make you miserable. We're talking about reconnecting to that inner strength that lies within all of us when we're being abused, mistreated. Somebody's mistreating our children. Someone is mistreating our animals. Or we've frequented a business that has treated us unfairly, has tried to scam us, tried to swindle us. And that's what kind of happened to us this weekend. We were combining my husband's birthday and our spring break, and we had cruised through the websites, came across this lovely 100-year-old hotel. And so we're history buffs and we like that kind of stuff. So we booked a nice room based on the description, which included luxurious brand new mattresses, heavenly bedding, clawfoot tubs, fireplaces, beautiful ocean views. We get there and we're excited because the hotel is charming and cute, and it just reeks of history. And we're thinking, ooh, what ghosties can we come across? This will be exciting. And we check in, and we're giving paperwork and a key to another building on a property this hotel chain owns. And I look at the person behind the counter and I said, well, I'm confused. I booked a room at this hotel. And she says, oh no, you booked online, so you booked one of our other properties. Nowhere in the description does it tell you that you may be booking at another one of their properties further on down the road, and it was not the accommodations that you booked. We were looking forward to this wonderful room in this quaint hotel, and we got a hovel. We walked in, and this place was so tiny, the three of us could barely fit inside of it. The bathroom, you had to sit on the toilet to shut the door. The shower was barely big enough to turn around in. There's no place to put your hygiene products. You had to take one thing in and do that, go back and get another thing and do that. The bedroom was shoved off in a little alcove with no door. It had a shelf hanging on the wall with a curtain rod, and that was our closet for 3 people. I kept hitting myself in the head every time I walked to the end of the bed to get into the living area, which consisted of a hide-a-bed couch, a little wicker chair, and a tiny little outdoor table and chairs for dining. The walls had food on it. The floors were dirty. The linens had spots and stains all over them. Thank God I brought my own bedding. I've gotten in the habit of doing that just in case, and thankfully I did it this time. And we were told this was quaint and charming and we would love it. So I go back to the front desk. I said, this is not acceptable. This is not what we booked, and there's no way in hell I would ever book something as horrible as this. And so the best that they could do, because the hotel was booked by couples, she gave us $20 off our payment and gave us breakfast tickets. And that was another thing. You only got the free breakfast if you stayed at the hotel, not one of the other properties. So to appease me, they gave me breakfast tickets. And no one in the breakfast room ever looked happy on the mornings that we went. It was so tiny that we were elbow to elbow. And so people were just scarfing down their food as fast as they could to get out because it was just crazy madness. And so their website was meant to lure you in to book a room at this wonderful 100-year hotel. And then if they found out you had a child, a teenager, or an animal with you, they would automatically switch you onto another property. And the receptionist actually stated that, yeah, our website's a little deceiving, and we put these type of people here and these type of people here, and if you're a couple, you get to be in the hotel. And so that was unacceptable. And so I really had to dig deep and stand up and voice my opinions to these people in a respectable way, because parting with our own bitch is to get results, to stand up for ourselves, and to get justice for what has been done to us. It is not to rip apart the other person. It's not to tear them down. It is show that we demand respect, honor, and integrity from everyone we come across, because that's how we are planning on treating you. So, when you have an injustice happening in your life, dig deep into your inner bitch and stand up for your rights, for what's meant to be in your life. You know, we can go through life and just let our anger fester inside of us. We can never stand up and just let things slide, and all that hate and all that anger build up and fester, and it starts stressing us out, and it starts giving us ulcers and illness, and we gotta let it go to keep healthy and to do what's right by ourselves. So when you're out and about and working with other people, remember to party with your inner bitch if you've been treated unfairly. You have the right to stand up for yourself in a respectful way and get results. And don't back down until you get the expected result. It may have to be a little less if there's no room at the inn, like what we came across, but make it known that they are not acting in a respectable, honorable way, and it will have consequences, because most businesses do have a place where you can go and post a review, and people take those reviews seriously. So please stand up for yourselves. Let your voice out. Speak for justice. Speak for what's right. And in that, we can move closer to living the life of our dreams, having what we desire, and getting treated in a manner that is up to our standards. Also going on is our 3rd annual Goddess Boot Camp, where we will also be going into tying into our inner bitch in a nice way. And that will be happening on April 20th. So come on over to www.facebook.com/New Feminine Paradigm. Follow the link and sign up for boot camp. We'll be having it for the entire week of April 20th. We'll have various formats on the subject every day. Hopefully it's going to be entertaining, insightful, informative, and get you back on track for living your dreams and desires. I love doing this every year. Helps me get myself back on track, because life throws us all sorts of weird things, and we get going on a totally different path than what we had planned on. So reconnect with who you are, who you want to be, where you want to go, and what you want to make out of life. Until next time, this is Dr. Karen Fox, New Feminine Paradigm.
Capitan Jack è un ragazzo robot con dei sensi